Okay, just left the Allentown Public Library, and this year I wanted to do something a little more than just a couple Halloween parades for the holiday. So I saw that the Allentown Public Library and Eastern Pennsylvania Paranormal Society was doing a presentation and a little mini ghost hunt here at the library. Considering the fact that this is no joke, just a quick personal background here. The house I grew up in Copley, if it didn't have something paranormal in it, I don't know what the hell it was. Okay, so, for the magazine, something completely different in the Halloween theme, and also from personal experience, I had to cover this, all right? And I'll tell you what, it was really cool. It was really cool and really different from the magazine. And the first, finally, after over 3 years, wanted to cover something like this. Finally, had a chance to. And the presentation, it started off with the presentation with explaining some of the different equipment used, everything from your higher tech ghost hunting equipment, forgive the phrase, to what surprised me was that they said that they even take, if there's suspected a child, a spirit in the house, that they'll even take toys along to try to communicate with it. So even your simple everyday objects can be they may take along depending on the situation they're going into. Now, the other part about it was they actually had video, photos, and they actually part of the presentation was video, photos, and audio recordings from some of their investigations. I believe Bill said they were approaching 200 investigations so far. Great number. And just to listen to some of these, I'm a believer and a skeptic. I'm like I try to maintain the balance between believing in the paranormal from personal experiences and being a skeptic, like, okay, if I hear something, did I or didn't I? In fact, I even had that experience at the library when right at the end, right before the library closed, everybody went upstairs into the one corner where there's supposedly the children's section was supposed to be a girl, the spirit of a girl there. And the first two times when it was asked about its name, I was standing in the back of the crowd, towards the little entryway to the back corner that they were in. And I would swear I heard something that sounded like a kitten mewing. I can't even duplicate it. May have gotten it on video, may not have, don't know. But I would swear I heard that twice. In fact, I actually broke away from the group and went out and looked around. I'm like, okay, nobody around here, nothing going on. May or may not have, not sure. If it shows up on the video, yeah. So anyway, and the other thing with me was, my experience from this, I'm going to go into that real quick, was the entire time I was up there, it was like all my senses were on 11. It's like, okay, something's here. And there were times where moments where I walked around, looked around, almost screamed like, okay, where are you? Mentally, not physically, not vocally. Where are you? That I can actually sense something. Again, trying to maintain the balance between belief and skepticism. Did I or didn't I? I'm honestly not sure. It's one of those where you kind of second guess yourself. But anyway, overall, they did an excellent present. Oh, and one thing I really loved about this was it wasn't a strict format. People were, during the presentation, it was open to people. If you had any questions, you could ask at that moment. You didn't have to hold your questions till the end of the presentation. I thought that was really cool because not only that did it make it informal, much more fun, enjoyable experience, but the questions pertain, it was like, okay, it ended up being more information about that specific area that they were explaining. So, to the Eastern Pennsylvania Paranormal Society, you guys did an amazing job. And also, they brought along different stones that were used for protection, passed them around, things like that. So it was also interactive. You did a great job. not with the presentation and the little mini ghost hunt, honestly, because like I said, what I loved was in fact it wasn't just a strict format that they followed. It was more of a community group discussion, which made it much more interesting, much more entertaining, and much more informative than following a strict format of here's a presentation, here's a Q&A phone, now let's go on the ghost hunt. It was relaxed, everybody had a great time, and curious if anything showed up on on anyone's video, mine, etc. All I know is it was really cool, really fun experience, and I can cross that off the list for the magazine for first time things to cover. Never discount, never disregard, completely disregard what the physical senses can't perceive. There's a lot about life, our world, and the universe we don't know and we'll never know. Happy Halloween, everyone.